A lot of y'all young kids is doing this, and I'm starting to notice this. Y'all always want to tie in hustling into your clothing brand. You got to stop doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop doing that. It's a difference between the logo and the brand, if that makes sense to you. The logo and the brand.
He dropping up.
Your logo can go on anything, but the brand is your name. Look at everything I'm telling you. Dior, Moore, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. Everything is simple and it's plain, and it goes in black and white. Everything is boom, 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 boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Polo. It's simple, it's plain, it's catchy. It's not strive for whatever, a hustle, grind, all that shit. And there's no shade. It's just like, but if you want to grow your stuff, you always have to think outside the box.
What's the deal, YouTube? It's your boy Motivational Wheels. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Deep in the Trap. We back with another episode, and this time we got C.J Moore, the owner of Wardrobes. He started this company with only $420. What he gonna do is show you guys 4 easy steps. That way you guys can start your own store. Not only that, he gonna help you guys separate your logo from your brand. Let's welcome C.J to the trap. Let's welcome my guy C.J Moore to the trap.
What's going on?
Owner of Wardrobe. But tell people where you come from, your name, and a little bit about your background, bro.
Oh, okay. My name is C.J Moore. I come from Akron, Ohio. A little bit about my background is I'm from, like I said, Akron, Ohio, East Side Akron, Ohio. Just a cool, chill, bad dude. You know what I'm saying? I started my clothing brand by just being a bigger dude. I just recently lost weight, and I couldn't really find nothing to, fit me or nothing. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna start a clothing brand and start going off of that.
All right, so the people see where we at right now, right? Mm-hmm. But what I always like to do, bro, is I like to take them back, bro. Mm-hmm. I like to take them back. Like, take them back, because so I tried to do a little bit of research about you, but I really couldn't find too much.
Okay.
But what I did find was, and I did notice, bro, so all this started from school. You was drawing, you like to draw shoes?
Yeah, so how...
so let's go back there.
Okay,
yeah.
So basically I was probably in the 7th grade, and I really didn't, you know what I'm saying, I really wasn't into school or like that, and I used to just like doodle on papers and stuff like that. So I used to draw like Nike shoes and everything, and that's one thing I wanted to do. I always told myself, like, I'm gonna work for Nike one day, like, you know what I'm saying. I used to draw Air Force Ones and Jordans and stuff, and I used to just come up with like different concepts and stuff, and my friends used to look and they'd be like, bro, that's dope, like you should do that on Nike ID. And I started trying to do little stuff like that, and then the more the years went by, I actually used to do music. A lot of people don't know that I used to rap and sing and stuff, and I mean, everything just ties into everything.
You got that swag.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everything ties in, and then I was like, after I got 20, and when I hit 25, I'm like, man, I ain't about to keep trying. After 25, if I ain't make it, it is what it is. And then I started working at a clothing store, and when I started working at a clothing store, it was just like I was around clothes all the time. I was always into fashion, and like I said, I was a bigger dude, couldn't find nothing to really fit me, like jeans and stuff, and so I start like coming up, like finding like touching material, finding out the material and the tags and stuff. And I actually, like I was saying, like I was still making shoes, but I started getting into more in clothes. And then my kid's mom, I made her some flip-flops, and that's the first thing I made. I made some flip-flops that said Moore. And then she was like, okay, you made me some flip-flops, but where a shirt at or something. Then I had to turn into like, okay, I started making shirts. So I actually started making my own shirts for me personally, and then people was coming into the store and they was like, bro, where that shirt at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got that in here? And I'm like, oh no, this is my shirt. It was like, you ain't selling them or nothing? And I'm like, no, it's just like, my shirt. And then it started growing from there, and I started making like 12 shirts. 12 turned into 24, and it started growing like that.
So, but we're in the 7th grade, bro, and you already thinking about like partnering with Nike and doing this and that, third with Nike. Like, where is this mindset coming from? Like, where is this ambition coming from at such an early age, bro?
Okay, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, I come from a family of 7. My mom got 7 kids.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There we go.
My mom got 7 kids, and it was just like, we really couldn't, afford, like, Nike and Jordan. So being a kid that really want to get, shoes like that, I used to see the more popular kids or people with, D-boy dads and all that walking around with the Jordans and stuff. And, as a kid, you want that stuff. So I started like, man, that'd be dope if, Nike had dropped, this with blue with yellow on there, like, then with a splash of pink. So I started drawing it because it was something like, that I would like to see personally on my feet, like, so.
Right. That's dope. So what's crazy is, bro, like, around that age, though, I know for me, especially for me, bro, I wanted to be the class clown, bro.
Right.
And, bro, so my mom didn't have 7 kids, though. She had, there was 3 of us at this time, but my mom was a drug addict. So my grandmother raised us around this time. I'm still, like I said, I'm not even thinking about nothing ambitious at all. Like I said, I want to be the class clown, though. So, like, was you the youngest or was you the oldest?
So I'm the second youngest.
You're the second youngest?
Yep.
And with a mindset like that. So even though, like you said, y'all couldn't afford this stuff, but still, you still thinking about, like, because for some people, that would have made them prejudiced towards stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for you, it was a different thing, though, bro. So, like, let's talk about the ambitious part of it. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you the youngest. Mom, you the youngest of 7. You feel what I'm saying? And you knew you couldn't afford this stuff, but you still wanted it, though, bro. Like, and you could have been doing other stuff in the 7th grade too.
Exactly. So, it just drove me to want to do stuff, like, as like I was saying, like, the more and more I start doing it, the more and more I start getting into it, it drives me to start wanting to get money to do certain things like that, and that's another story. So as the years went by, I just learned how to do certain things to make my own money to start getting stuff like that, like, you know what I mean?
So what was you doing in high school?
Well, selling. I said, oh, no, I'm selling. I was selling drugs. So we can say that.
I mean, no, you keep
okay, yeah.
That's what I mean. They know where we come. That's the name of this platform.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was moving. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was 7 of us, and, the older ones, they start working and stuff, and I just was trying to make it really easier for my mom, like, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I start gravitating towards, like, at that time, I was doing, like I said, music. I was in and out of town. I was doing shows. I was opening up for people, like, you know what I'm saying? I start really being more into music, like, but I knew how to draw, like, you know what I'm saying? I knew how to do certain things that ties into all that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like the cutting hair. I feel like all of it ties in together. Cutting hair, drawing, music, everything like that, DJing, all that kind of, like, you're going to do one or the other eventually, like, you know what I'm saying? If you into certain things like that. So it was like at that time I was moving and grooving, like, you know what I'm saying, doing my 1-2, and at the same time I was still doing music, because that's what I was talking about in my music. I was talking about selling, I was talking about all that, and like I said, when I didn't make it, like, promises was made and stuff, I just was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just be a common, normal Joe, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So like, now we pretty much, high school, we middle teenagers, we pivoted into, let's say we get into like around 18, it's like, what is looking like for us? Like, let's talk about some of the challenges and obstacles you had to face, like, along the journey, because you, like I said, you still, even though you're doing what you're doing, you hustling or whatever, you still focused on the goal. The main focus right there, young CJ was 18, I'm 2 kids in now. I'm 2 kids in now. I got 2 boys, and everything hit me, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with that, you know what I'm saying? Is now everybody, like, you gotta start doing these shows, you gotta be more, like, into tune to everything that you're doing, like, you know what I'm saying, such as the music, coming up with money, you know what I'm saying, doing headaches with, you know what I'm saying, the child's mom and everything. So 18 CJ was stressed out, like, you know what I'm saying, but I'm still drawing, like, you know what I'm saying, I'm still trying to be, you know what I'm saying, positive of, like, one day I'm gonna be this big star, like, you know what I'm saying, I can see C.J. Moore somewhere, like, you know what I'm saying. So at that age, I was still trying to
create myself to be a man, like, you know what I'm saying, for these kids, and at the same time for myself, because I had promises to myself before they came along that I wanted to still work for Nike, still wanted to do music, still, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to figure out, at 18, I feel like everybody trying to figure themselves out still. Like, even though it's like life challenges, like you said, it's still me trying to, you know what I'm saying, make myself who I am, even though these kids came along.
Hey, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Also hit that notification bell. That helps us keep bringing on entrepreneurs like C.J Moore himself. And stay to the end of the video if y'all want to see how he built a store like this. So, bro, listen. So was it any, you ever went to jail, prison, or anything?
No. I was smart. I was a smart cookie.
Okay.
I did. Even to this day, like, I just pop up with certain things. Like, I didn't tell nobody about the story at all. Like, I just did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things. I'm just more quiet, and I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a mover and groover. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to do stuff. I like to keep. I don't really like to be flashy. I don't like to do too much. Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to keep it, you know, simple. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what got me so far where I'm at, is because it's like I don't have to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just like the people just know, like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't got to talk about it, you know, like, you know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about some of the principles, like, because for me, bro, like, I own a lawn care business. I don't know if you.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I seen you. Yeah.
So I own a lawn care business, bro, and I took a lot of those principles from the streets. That I learned from the streets and installed it into my business.
For sure.
So let's talk about some of the principles that you learned from the streets that you may have installed, that you took out the streets and, you know, took it to legit.
Number one, if anybody watching, is my price, no matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? No matter what I'm talking about, no matter if I put my name and I stamp my name on something, my price is my price. I don't argue with nobody about something, because I feel like you don't know the history or everything I had to do to get to where I'm at, to put that price on there. So if I say it's that. That's one of the things, my number one rule. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like you can't afford that right now, or it's too much for you, or whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying, it's fine, come back when you're ready. Like, that's one thing that I truly believe in. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you like that with your lawn care. You know what I'm saying? If I told somebody, hey, the front and the back is boom, that's what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can work with people as I'm really firm.
You gonna work with maybe like your family or somebody, like a close friend or something. But if you go to that website, like I went on your website, I seen the price. That's why, you feel what I'm saying? I ain't about to negotiate.
And I stand on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you came in here and, like, you know, you tried on a jogging suit. I mean, you know, how do it feel to you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do it feel like it's worth what it? Like, if I charge you, like I said, the pants is $75 and the hoodie is $75. Like, do you feel like it's worth $150 for the jogging suit?
I feel like, I mean, being honest,
personally.
Not even just saying this because you work. I ain't gonna lie, I'd probably paid a couple dollars more for it. If you'd have told me it was $200, I would have.
And a lot of people feel like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people feel like that about my clothes. Like, bro, sometimes you shortchange yourself. And I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in a smaller city, and I still feel like I still try to show love, but I still want to make people feel good in my clothes, because I wanted to feel good in clothes.
And you want to make it affordable for your people. We ain't in Cali.
Yeah, we ain't in Cali or nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm reasonable. Like, you know what I'm saying? You would go and buy a tech for $314 or anything like that. So I feel like for me to be charging $150 for a jogging suit, and it's good quality, and it's not gonna wash off. It feel like some Dior type shit. It feel like up there, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, why not?
And it's my first time wearing like some pants.
Yeah, this is the first time shopping at Moore.
So like this hard. Like,
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Man, listen, bro. So now, bro, let's talk about. So your first job Kicks Lounge?
My first job. Job. Oh no. My first job was actually. Let me think. What was my first job? My first job was actually Gojo's.
What's Gojo's?
Gojo's. It was a Gojo. No, it wasn't even Gojo's. You know what? It was Mart's. Y'all have a Mart's?
Yeah, we got a Mart's.
Okay, yeah. The grocery store. Yeah, I was a cashier at Mart's. That was my first job. Yeah, that was my first job.
What did you learn from Mart's? Like, what was something that you learned from Mart's that you were like, okay, I could take this?
Money, handling money for sure. Probably stocking. That's a couple of things I can honestly say with Mart's. I learned how to deal with money.
See, some people, bro, Like I said, I was BSing in school around that age. Even when I had my first job, bro, I was BSing at my job. I was trying to look good for the girls.
Oh, for sure.
You feel what I'm saying? But I'm talking about I was messing around, bro. I wasn't thinking about managing and learning nobody.
No.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? So that's good that you learning like principle, like from the streets, from you feel what I'm saying, working at different jobs. All right, so let's fast forward a little bit, bro.
Okay.
So how old were you when you started working at Kicks Lounge?
I started working at Kicks Lounge, I want to say 27, 28.
27, 28?
Yeah, 27, 28.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
Just like working there. First of all, it's a cool ass job, and funny story is, I actually went on there on some humbug shit. Like I didn't even think I was gonna actually work there. Like, you know what I'm saying? I actually had another job. I was working 2 jobs, actually. And I was just trying to keep my mind and everything just like going, and I like certain things. So when I actually started Kits, I worked at Aaron's. Y'all have an Aaron's too? Yeah, so I actually was working. I was actually a truck driver, repoing people's shit at Aaron's.
Damn.
And I just got tired of that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? The whole moving refrigerators and stuff up and down the fucking, you know what I'm saying, people's houses and shit. And then I just actually, me and my boss, we actually went there to go get some new Jordans or whatever like that. And when we got there, I'm like, hey man, y'all hiring? I'm just playing though, like y'all hiring? And dude, like he's sitting outside, he's smoking, yo, you want to work here? Cause I usually like, when I worked at Aaron's, I still had Timberlands on, fresh jeans, like you said, like I was fresh, like you was like, good. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying, Lacoste hat, I was still on some, like, you know what I'm saying, on some fresh shit. So he like, you want to work here for real? I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess, like, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, just come back and do an interview later on. And I went back, you know what I'm saying?
Why you was with your boss though?
Yeah, I was with my boss, like on some just playing shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he like, bro, you for real? I'm like, man, I'm just try that shit. So I went back, I did an interview in my Aaron's clothes and everything, and they was like, man, can you start Saturday? And then I told him, I told him like, hey, I work at Aaron's and stuff too. They like, oh no, it'll just be a part-time, whatever like that. So the more and more I worked there and stuff, they start liking me a little bit more. They start fucking with me a little bit more. And then, yeah, I just came there and I was like, bro, I'm just sick of this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I got fucked up or something, like with a washer and dryer, like going down the stairs or something. Or I think I was cussing out a customer that day. You know how you repo people's shit, and I'm just like, bro, I'm tired of doing this shit, bro. So one of the guys came up to me, he was like, man, what about if you work here full time? Now you gotta think, like, Aaron's, you get 401k, you get benefits, you get everything with them. Like, so it's like, I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I brushed it off a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? And then he was like, I got you, man, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You working 3 jobs right now, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just doing the 3 jobs because I don't like being bored, like, type shit. Like, I always like to do shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially, like, I love money, like, you know what I'm saying? So I just used to just be doing shit just to do shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't like being home. So I'm like, fuck it, like, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, hey man, the owner wanna talk to you. So I'm like, all right. I never met the owner or nothing. I'm like, all right. So nigga, I came in the meeting, nigga, it's 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. Like, they all sitting there, all black type, mafia type shit. He was like, man, you CJ, whatever like that. I'm like, yeah. He was like, you on the east side, right? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, man, how you feel about coming here full time? And I'm like, I already looked at the other dude, and I'm like, I already told him, like, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
like, 2 other jobs.
Yeah, so he was like, all right, can you step out real quick? I'm telling you, this is like a motherfucking, like, record deal type shit. He was like, hey, can you step out real quick? So I step out for like 15 minutes. I come back in there, and they like, he's like, yeah, he was like, man, I want to make you an offer. I'm like, okay. So then he just slid this white piece of paper on the table, like slid this motherfucker. I'm telling you some real shit. Like, I'm like, all right. So I open. Nigga, it was the exact amount I made at all 3 jobs. He was like, if you want to come work here, man, he was like, I want you here, man. You seem like a cool dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna look out for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, okay. And it just went from there. Like, and I quit the other jobs. I was like, fuck it. And I just started working at Kids.
God damn. And you've been there ever since?
And I've been there ever since. Yeah.
So, she cool. Let her do her thing. Long as you ain't distracted by her, she cool.
Yeah,
she cool. So you've been at Kicks Lounge for 6 years?
Yeah, about 6 years, yep. Mm-hmm.
You got your own store? Mm-hmm. We ain't gonna get into that just yet. you learning a lot of stuff from Kicks Lounge.
For sure.
So you damn near got you a bachelor's and then some just being at Kicks Lounge.
Right.
Let's talk about, like I said, you done pretty much gave us a little glitch at the start. Let's talk about from when you first got there, some of the things that you learned, and then some of the things that you implemented in the business.
Okay, so when I first got there, I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't even thinking about clothing brands or nothing like that. It was like probably like, I'm like, this year two I'm in, and a dude came in there, and I said this on my Off the Porch interview, but a guy came in there, and he was from New York. And it was a brand called Staples at the time in there, and it had a pigeon on there. And I never forget
that.
It had a pigeon on there, and the dude was like, "Hey man," he's like, "What's this brand?" And I'm like, "It's called Staples." And he was like, "Man," he was like, "You got a pigeon on there?" He was like, I said, "Yeah." He was like, "I'm from," girl. And like he was like, I'm from New York, man. That remind me of my hometown, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like, oh, for real? And then he was like, well, how much is it? And I think at the time it was like $55 or $65. He was like, man, let me get it. And I'm like, let you get it? And then he was like, yeah, let me get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from New York, man. I need that. So I'm like, okay. So I got it for him. And then I just got to think, I don't know why, and just like I said, I got that hustle mentality, like it was like, boom, I'm like, dude just bought this shirt. All he got is a fucking pigeon on there just because he's from New York.
Yeah.
I'm dead serious, that's how I was thinking at the time, like, you know what I'm saying?
Now you put you in a whole, now you're looking at that from a different perspective.
Yeah, I'm looking at it as a different perspective.
It ain't just a shirt no more.
Yeah, it ain't just a shirt no more. It's like, damn, he just bought it because it reminded him of something, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it reminded him of something. So I'm like, damn, why can't I do something like that? Like, you know, something that remind me of my hometown, something that remind me of, like, you know, it make people remind them of, like, you know what I'm saying, where I come from and everything. Why can't my name be on something? Like, you know what I'm saying? So then that's when I started doing my research and everything on, like, how to start a clothing brand. So I start watching people's backstories, and then, I don't know if y'all gonna get a scene of my store and stuff, but I started looking up people's story, like Virgil and all them, and I'm really into dots, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I go to YouTube and I find out like different storylines of how people started and where they come from and everything, and I just start getting more into it, and I'm like, damn, this shit dope, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so then, like I said, I was like, fuck it, I want to do something different though. A lot of people,
if you didn't, just because I'm thinking about it, go look up how Michael Mary started.
Okay, Michael Mary, okay, that's a good one.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Nothing, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look it up for sure, bro. And like I said, I just started looking up people's dots, and then like I said, at the time I wasn't doing music no more. I'm working at a clothing store. I'm treating myself like an average Joe. Like at the time, I'm working at a clothing store, and I'm just around clothes all day. And I'm like, well, I want to do something different. It seemed like everybody just want to make clothes, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though in my city everybody wasn't making clothes at the time, like it wasn't really a big deal. It was just like, what is you gonna bring to the table? And that's how I looked at music and everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you selling smoke, you want to have something different to offer than anybody else. Like, you get what I'm saying? Right. So that's why I was like, damn, ain't nobody doing no flip-flops right now. Let me do some flip-flops. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then I tried the flip-flops, and when I did the flip-flop, they like, man, them dope as fuck. Like, I used to just put stuff in my story and take it down. And, you know, and I made them, and then when I was making them, they're like, man, you don't got no shirt, you don't got no shorts or nothing to go with this? I'm like, no, I was just making some flip-flops. They're like, bro, you gotta come on, man. You gotta make a shirt or something at least to go with it. So then I started making shirts. Like, you know what I'm saying? I made a good, like, 2 or 3 of them. And when I made 2 or 3 of them, I wore one to work. And when I wore one to work, they was like, shit, everybody all day was asking me, like, man, y'all got that shirt up in here? I'm like, no, no, this my shirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like, what you mean your shirt? I'm like, this my shirt. Like, they like, okay, we know it's your shirt, but like, no. I'm like, no, like, it's my brand. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like something I created. They're like, man, you don't got no more of them? I'm like, no, I just made it for me. They like, no, bro, you gotta drop that. Like, you know what I'm saying? My friends at work and stuff, they like, no, bro, you gotta drop that. I'm like, all right. So then I just made 12. I sold out the 12, and like I said, and so forth. And I just like, damn, I can really do this shit. Like, and I just start making clothes.
Bro, so you know, this is crazy. Listen, so my audience is between, I always say this pretty much in every interview, they're between like 24 and like 35, something like that. So I want y'all to really pay attention to something. Like, because at the end of the day, when y'all go back and watch these interviews, I want y'all to start to really recognize a pattern. This be the second clothing store but we did a print shop too.
Oh, okay.
Right. But if y'all really pay attention, everybody started from t-shirts. He was the one that actually was able to have his foot in the door at a job, get established at a job, and actually learn from there, learn strategies and frameworks and ideas, and learn how to come up with, just get curious about, what it's gonna take for him to, come up with something like what we got on right now. So basically what I'm saying to y'all is, your job, so many people talk down on the job, but your job can be, start looking at it like I just said. Like, he been at that, working over there 6 years. I don't know what come after a bachelor's degree, but he pretty much done got a bachelor's degree and it's paying off. So don't just go to work and just clock in, take your lunch break, and then clock out and then expect your paycheck every Friday. Man, be looking for ways to add value to the company, make a difference in the company, but also see how can you benefit from this, and then what can you take away, and then implement it in something that you're passionate about. 100. Right? Man, go ahead, bro. Finish.
For sure. So I started making shirts and stuff, and I just started getting clientele from just like everybody. And one thing I used to do is on the internet is you gotta have a gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always trusted me with clothes because I always came, like the day the Jordans came out, like we dropped Jordans every Saturday. I always had a matching outfit to go with the Jordans. So now when everybody come in here to get stuff, they'll always be like, where's CJ at? Like, where's CJ? I want CJ to get me dressed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, these J's, like, you know what I'm saying? Like how you just came in here and you was like, bro, I got these shoes. You see, I instantly, boom, my mind just went like, oh, boom, I got it right here, boom. Right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what you was coming here with, but it's just so easy for me to do it. Like, oh, okay, black, white, and red. Like, black, white, and gray. Like, boom, boom, boom. Like, I can just do it. And that's what I used to do. I used to challenge myself. Me and this guy I was working with, we used to just challenge each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? We already know what Jordans was coming out Saturday. We already have 10 outfits already ready. So when people came in there, like, we'd do it on Monday. Like, we had just come up with 10 outfits up in the store. And then when people come in there, we fucking like, when they like, bro, where's CJ at? Where Adam at? Like, we had just be like, oh, what's up, bro? Boom. He like, can you give me an outfit? We already had what we already had in mind. Like, boom, boom, boom. They're like, damn, bro, y'all did it quick, but we already did it on Monday.
Systemized.
Yeah. Like, we already did it on Monday. Then another dude come in there. We had the RA that second. Damn, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? And it used to make it sell so quick because we already knew what we was doing before even the customers came in there. And I learned that from there. Just like with the garments, like the clothes you got on, like, you know what I'm saying? Another thing I learned when I was I've been there is basically like, look at the tags of clothes. People don't really pay attention to the tags, but it's like, what is this? Like, what cotton is this? How heavy is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? I actually Google that shit, like, so I know exactly like the size and how it's gonna fit, how it's gonna feel on your body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because like I said, I was trying to find stuff that fit good on me, so I wanted to feel good on other people. Like, man, this is cool, bro. Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? But truth be told, I searched that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who I into whoever's fucking sizing on that, but it's just like, that's what I used to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm sitting in the store, like, hey, I love how Nike jogging suits fit on me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you like how Nike, and you could be like 3+, like 300 plus or whatever like that. Oh, you like how Nike clothes fit on you? Like, yeah. So I go to Nike. Boom, I look at their tags and I'll find out the sizing of how it fit on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You a large, like, you know what I'm saying? I like, oh, bro, what's your favorite clothing brand? Oh, bro, I like how Dickies fit on me. I like how their jackets fit on me. It fit cool on me. I'll go to Dickie, boom, boom, boom. I type that in, like, you know what I'm saying? I'll find out the sizing of how it fit on people, the chest, everything, and I incorporate it to my clothing brand.
That's a gem. That's a gem. Y'all better write that.
Oh, yeah.
DeepntheT.R.A.P be acquired, bro. Yeah. They know that already by now. Yeah. That's a gem, though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, that's why a lot of people be making that phony clothing, bro, where the letters be falling off, and then it, like, when you wash it one time, it look like you done wore it 60 times already.
Yeah. This is from scratch. Like, I make all my clothes from scratch. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you talk to these people and everything, they be like, how long you want this? How big you want this? How you want this? How you want it printed? You want it puff? You want it? I tell them all the way down, this is exactly how I want my clothes. This is exactly what I want. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm not making it. I'm making up the whole outfit from the beginning to the end.
So let's talk about, before we get off of that. So let's talk about some of the things that you implemented, or that you learned from there that you implement, like that you using today, like some strategy that you took from Kick Lounge and using today in this business?
I think the whole how I run my store, Kits really taught me how to run a store. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it really showed me, like, damn, when I went there, like, the young CJ, I was not even thinking about shit like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was just treating it like a job, and I feel like a lot of people just treat things like a job and not learn. But the more and more I've been there, it's just like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not even like stealing nothing or anything. It's just like the more and more you somewhere, you learn businesses, you learn as you grow, like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like even with my workers now, like I said, I'm not even here. And the more and more my workers is here, I run it just like a retail store. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want my bags under this way. Like, I want it folded this way. And I learned how to fold clothes at Kits. Like, you know, I learned how to do everything at Kits. Like, how I have my store spaced out with my clothes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Easy to shop. You either going this way and then you going back out. Like, you either, like, this is what I got. And if you don't want it, you know what I'm saying? You can go ahead to the register. You can go home. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's easy. Like, I wanted... Everything that I learned is from, like, you know what I'm saying, working at that retail store, like, for real. And I can't even deny it. It's like you learn so much as you go, and it's just like, damn, when I get my own shit, I want my shit like this. I want it like how it smelled good in here. I want that from Nets, like Exhibition. Like, if you go and shop at Nets or Exhibition, they have a certain smell in their store. Like, it ain't even just Kits. Like, it's certain things that you would see. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have a whole theme to my store. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gray and black. You know what I'm saying? My favorite team is the Raiders. Shout out to Trey Tucker for giving me a jersey sign. You know what I'm saying? For me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like everything is like together, like, you know what I'm saying? I pieced everything together from, like, I like to do things from scratch, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always something that came from something, like, you know what I'm saying? Easily. And it comes to you naturally, but it's just you got to be willing to not treat stuff as a certain type of way. Like, I feel like if I worked at
change your perspective.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a DJ worked at a radio station, eventually you gonna learn how to work everything at the radio station. Like, I know how to do this, I know how to prep this. Like, before you start a podcast or anything, like, because you did it so long, it's like now you can incorporate when you do something. Like, you know, so.
Man, bro, that's fire. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that notification bell. So look, bro. So let's get into, now we starting to pivot into our own setup, our own store, our own brick and mortar. Like, let's talk about, how did you come up with the name Moordrobe? Was this something that was already wrote down in the goals? Like, you already knew this was coming?
No, I can't even deny it. So I got, like, I'm pretty sure y'all do, like, I got family chats, I got everything, and I literally just, like, I was almost done with the store, and I knew, like, from the beginning, like, when I started making a clothing brand, I actually didn't want a store. I didn't even want a storefront or nothing. Like, so my goal was always to have, like, a warehouse, like, warehouse type deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, like, this is kind of what it is, but I actually didn't even want a storefront. I didn't want people to come in here. I actually just wanted something like a DoorDash type deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically everything is done through the internet, and when you come here, you just pick up your order or whatever it was. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really like a storefront type deal. So I kind of knew that I wanted to be, I didn't want to sound cheesy and say CJ's Closet, like Plato's Closet. So what I did was I wrote down a whole bunch of names and I sent it to everybody in my phone. Like, you know what I'm saying? This, like, at the very end, I'm talking about, like, the floor was laid, it was painted, the pipes was up, and I'm like, damn, how the fuck am I open up this shit and I don't even got a fucking name for it? But I always knew, like, for years that it was gonna be something, like, for the last, like, 3 years, like, if I do choose to open up something, if I do choose to open up something, like, it was always gonna be something like people came to shop in my closet or shop at my house, like, type deal. So I'm like,
you wanted something more intimate.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted you, like I said, like, I wanted it to be something special, like something that you came and you didn't experience yet in my city, like, you know what I'm saying? So when I did it, it was like, I wrote down so many names. Like, I had, like, I'm talking about, I had CJ's wardrobe, locker room, different boutiques and all types of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when it came to it, when I first put it out, I was like, CJ's, I called it wardrobe. wardrobe at first, and then it was a couple people, and they was like, damn, like, bro, you know what I'm saying, you gotta incorporate your name in there. And it was like, I just like I said, I like to be quiet about shit. I don't like a lot of shit, like a lot of noise and stuff. And I'm like, damn, bro, like, I really don't want to call it CJ's and everything. Like, everybody like, man, you gotta have your name. Everybody like the glory and the thing. I'm like, bro, I really don't want it, because I'm not even gonna be there. So it's like, I don't even want people to know, because that's when problems start. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, and then it just hit me like everybody just saying the same thing. They're like, well, instead of wardrobe, why don't you call it wardrobe? So there's a couple people like wardrobe, and I just kept hearing more. I'm like, bro, and it was on there, actually, it was on there, but it was just like, I didn't want it to sound cheesy, like, cause I always put more with everything, and then it just hit me. And I'm like, bro, fuck it, everybody saying it, like, let's go with it. And then it just happened. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, more passion, more money.
Oh yeah, more passion, more success, more money, more blessings, more everything.
Yeah,
more
like
everything.
That.
You want more out of life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people think my clothing line stand for my last name, but it's just, like I said, on my bios and stuff, it just mean more out of life. But it just so catchy, because my name is actually Moore. So you know what I'm saying? So it actually connects with everything that's going on. Leverage to everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it just make it super dope. Like, and I had one of my cousins even ask me, he like, man, you ever think you would run out of ideas? And I'm like, more go with so much stuff that it's like, I don't never think I'll run out of ideas. Even if I sell my company today, I feel like it'd be so easy to go with things like the outfit you have on, I have on is more luxury. I'm on more luxury collection. The next one, it'd be something else. Like, I got the more Rolex collection. Like, you know what I'm saying? For the people who wear Rolex, it's like more, just everything, like more dirt bikes, more Amiri, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it go with so much, and then when I get there, I feel like it can collab with so much, like, you know what I'm saying? More Gucci, more Louis Vuitton, like, you know what I'm saying? Big collaborations, more Chevy, like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna ring. You feel what I'm saying? It's gonna ring with so much. It's so easy to just. How can you run out of ideas for that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you different. You definitely gotta keep doing what you're doing, bro. Like, bro. Man, listen, bro. Yeah, you different, and your mindset is crazy. All right, so listen, bro. Now they've been watching. They like, man, this is crazy. I like the story. Like the story is crazy, whatnot. But what's the startup cost? Like, tell us what it costs to get us going, to get into a spot like this. What should they start with it?
How much I started when I started clothing on the store.
Well, let's say we ain't even talking about the store.
Okay. The clothing brand,
cause they just now they ain't even at the store. They ain't even ready for a store yet.
Oh, okay.
They just trying to get started. You good?
Bust that shit down. I'm telling you, everybody think that it's hard, bro. I promise you, when I first started my clothing brand till this day, I promise y'all, I started with $420, bro, to my name and everything. I promise you, I had 3 friends with me. They will vouch for me, bro. I swear to God. I remember this day like no other, bro. I had $420 in my pocket, bro, and I went to Miami. I flew down to Miami. This is before the PPPs, everything. I don't want niggas to even think shit like this. And I swear to God, I got 3 niggas that vouch for me, bro. I went and I packed up my bags. Me and my son, whatever, he helped me get my clothes together, bro. And I went up to Kits and I showed the owner and them, and I had a shirt. I paid $23 for my first shirt. $23, I'm talking about print. It was all in the bag, everything. Girl, it was in the bag and everything. And it was packed up and everything. I got it over in China. And this, at the time, I had the designs, but I was just shopping around. And when I was shopping around, I finally found the vendor that I wanted. Like, everything was cool, everything gravy. Girl, everything was gravy. And I'm like, bro, we went down to Miami, and I swear, bro, I had $420 in my pocket, and I'm like, bro, and we was all in the motherfucking hotel, and I'm like, bro, when I get back, everybody saying they like my shirt and shit, and I'm like, bro, when I get back, bro, I'm telling you, I'm taking this shit serious, bro. I'm about to take the fuck off. Like, they like, oh, bro, CJ, you always said, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I'm so serious, bro. Girl. I'm like, bro, I'm so serious. Like, when I get back, I'm taking the fuck off, bro. I'm not playing. Like, bro, literally, they all came to my stores at different times. Like, you was dead ass serious, bro. Like, you really doing this shit? I'm like, bro, I remember sitting there, bro. I don't care if I was on some drunk high shit, bro. I was in that motherfucker, like, bro, I swear to God, bro. And when I did it, like, you know what I'm saying, I came back, I had that 420. I kept that motherfucker in my pocket, and I bought some more shirts. I bought some more shirts. I split the whole fucking 420 when I came back, and I probably didn't even need 420, but I wanted to have enough shirts, like, you know what I'm saying, to do it. And I feel like the quality was there, and I sold all the shirts for $50. Just because it had the tags in the inside and everything, and they bought it with no problem.
How many shirts did you get, and how much did you pay for those shirts? No, not how much. Just 420. And how many did you get?
How many I get? At the time, I think I did a run. So it probably was a run. If I can keep it real, it's probably a run. I don't know if you know what a run is. It's basically like a run is like 2 to 3 shirts each. So it probably was like 3 smalls, 3 mediums, shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I did a run of them, and they sold out like in like the first day, like maybe.
So basically, you can start with roughly 420, around $400. What did you turn that 420 to?
Ooh, can we pull out the cop? I don't even know what that is. Like, what's that? I want to say it was probably like, what's that? I want to say 24 shirts, and I sold them all for 50 each or something like that. If that makes sense, it might have been a
420. Yeah. Which one did you divide it by 24?
Yeah, 17 is probably what I paid for the shirts, and then I sold them for $50 each.
Ooh, so that's more than, that's like a 60% profit.
Yeah, that's how it is now too, a little bit. Yeah. So it probably was like, let's keep it, like, probably was. I really want to say 24, or it might have been 24. Yeah. No, it couldn't have been that. It had to be like 24 times. Like that.
Oh, you made. Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It was like something like that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Damn.
And I took that.
So you could kind of. He made $1,200 off his first. Off his first in a day though.
In a day.
Off of 420. So
I took that, and I bought more. And
how much of this did you take and buy more?
I took the whole thing.
You ain't put no money in your pocket?
I ain't put no money in my pocket. I was driven, bro. I swear to God, I didn't take it. And I got paid that day. I didn't care. I didn't even care, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't even care. I swear to God, I didn't even care. I took that and I flipped it right back. Cause I was like, now I got a thing, and then everybody was like, bro, now you starting, like, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep going. You got to keep dropping. Like, you got even like when I just opened up the store, everybody like, bro, now you got a store now. Like, you got to keep pumping it out. You got to keep pumping it out, and that's how I just looked at it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So I never asked somebody this question. Would you say this is a capital intensive business? Meaning, like, this business, you got to spend a lot of money basically to make a lot of money. With the profit, I mean, I'm asking that because I don't think so.
No.
But that's not all your overhead either, though.
No. I mean, realistically, if I was here myself and I was profiting all the money, then I'd probably be way, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But with overhead, like you said, and you know what I'm saying, looking out and everything, it's still not bad. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm averaging a good number a day. So, I mean, for me to be open for 3 weeks, like, what is this? Like, this is probably my 4th week right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm actually doing pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
And your marketing is good. That's how I reached out to. Tell them how I reached out to you, bro.
Oh, on IG. I don't be playing no game.
Yeah, come on, IG. Yeah, so I seen what you was doing, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? But hold on, because I don't want to lose y'all on this. I hate when people talk over my head and I'm like, damn, what the hell that mean? He really said. So for capital intensive, y'all can fact check me, whatever y'all want to do. Capital intensive pretty much just mean, and y'all want to stay away from these type of businesses. Capital intensive just mean that it takes you a lot of money to make a profit. So basically, you don't want to be in a business where you got to keep spending a lot. So basically, you don't want to be in a business if you got to spend, if you spending $100 and let's just say you only keeping $15-20.
Yeah.
You want to stay away from like them type of business. You want to kind of be in a business like where he said he was, damn near quadruple his money. You feel what I'm saying? So this pretty much, you know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to just tap into that for y'all. I don't want to talk over your head. So bro, so now let's talk about, you say everything is from scratch. Like, Who you sitting down at with the? Who you sitting down with at the table when you coming up with these ideas? You sitting down with a team now, or is it just you? Or
It'd be me and then like a couple of friends. Like I'm one of them people. Like I'm my biggest like. I wouldn't like not hater, but I just always want more for myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's no content of the more shit. I'm just saying, I always want to challenge myself, and I always like throughout the day, like I always see certain things, like, and I write them down on my note, but like in my notes, like, you know what I'm saying, like different things that I see, or I might hear a saying or something, and I write it down, and then
that's good.
Like, can I use something as a example? Like, so I already, so this is my new hoodie. This is my new hoodie. And I bought this design, literally not the more, but I bought this design. This is Future. This is my new Future hoodie. And I bought the design 3 years ago, like literally 3 years ago. But I never dropped it because I always want something catchy or something to say, like to remind me of pictures that I liked. I actually just seen this on the internet and I liked it.
Because mind you, we talking to they trying to figure it out. You just lost. What you mean you bought the design? And that's Future.
So when I actually seen the design, I purchased it. So you can purchase like designs and stuff online and stuff.
So I just can't go get this design right now.
Yo, you can. No. Like you, I mean, certain people can. You can. I mean, if you wanted like to copy me or something like that, but because it was Future's like picture, it was just a Future picture.
I got you. I'm just basically trying to
But when I say bought the design, basically it was Future, and he probably was at the club or something. Somebody just cropped it out for me, and I just paid for it, like type deal.
Got you.
You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So like, you know what I'm saying? So I actually, well, let's just say this was in my archive for like 3 years.
That's still sweet.
Yeah, like this probably was in my archive for like 3 years. So it was time for me to drop it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, like I didn't have this for a minute. Let me come up with something. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there thinking, I know he got money in the picture. I like the way that he, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, be dogging people or whatever he do with his want to. So this one is called a More Future hoodie. So then I was like, let me go to my notes. So in my notes, I wrote down in my notes, the more you stack, the more you save.
Come on, man. Talk to me. Come on, man.
So it's like shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it goes with the picture because he got money in the picture. It's Future who don't like Future. And then he has the money. And then cover his eyes because he want to see more money. So.
That's hard, bro. Like, you creative, bro. Like,
you know
what I'm saying? Like, bro, you gotta, and like, bro, what I like is, bro, you ain't scared to jump out there, bro.
Thank you, bro.
I like that, bro, because somebody else would have been like, nah, I ain't gonna, you know what I mean? They would have probably talked themselves out of it, bro. To me, bro, you talk yourself into a lot of situations. You talk yourself into a lot.
But the crazy part is on the outlet, I talk about, like I said, I don't know how I want to word it right now, but I'm like my biggest, like, I always doubt myself, like, you know what I'm saying? I always sit there and doubt myself, and it always works in my favor later on, and I just be sitting like, damn, is they gonna fuck with this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, I'm almost at, when I first started my clothing brand, I probably was at 3,500. I'm almost at 9K right now, and it's like, I always, like, now I got so many people watching me now. I got football players looking at me now. I got actors. I got rappers. Everybody like starting to follow me now, like influencers, and it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? So now when I drop shit, it be like I always doubt myself, like, damn, and then it always be like, damn, it was like what I'm scared for. Like, I gotta start believing in myself, like a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because if
you don't believe in yourself, who else gonna believe?
Yeah, who else gonna believe in you? Like, you know what I'm saying? But every time it's like it's so many people watching me now. It's like I don't want to fail like of what I've been doing. So it's like I always second guess myself, and I always have, like I said, I be coming up with shit all fucking day. Like I might just see them lights and I be like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? What if I create some more lights? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What if I come up with this and I just write it down? Like damn, like, you know what I'm saying? I just always want to keep ideas going. So then when it's time, like if I see something and I get a picture or I created something like I don't know at the time, but it's just like if I see something and I always put 2 and 2 together. So now it's time to work on this picture. What can I put with this coat? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I just come up with the idea like that. Like I just stare at shit for days. Like, damn, what can I put on this? What can I put on this? Like to make somebody remember. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like something that be like, damn, bro. Like when I go back to the story with the dude, like it reminded him of home. Like, you know what I'm saying? A pigeon being on his shirt reminded him of home. So what can I do? Like, you know what I'm saying? To make people feel like that. Like, damn, that remind me of my grandma shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? This remind me of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always want to put something that remind people of shit on my clothes. Like, or like, you know what I'm saying? Money. Who don't like money? Like, you know what I'm saying? You see a picture of money.
That's powerful. Yeah, the more you stack,
the more you save. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like little shit like that I be trying to keep little catchy shit going. Like
unique.
And unique. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's another thing that I do.
Man, bro, this is dope, bro. This is dope. And bro, you really, bro, when they see that, they definitely gonna help a lot of people out. So, bro, if I wanted to get into this game, bro, talking for them, bro, like, give us like maybe 3 to 4 steps, like on what would you do, or what would you recommend
from start.
From start, like I wanted to get into the clothing brand game.
One thing I learned, I ain't gonna hold you, like that I wish that I knew at the beginning, and a lot of people don't tell us, like it's basically like I would start with everything is affordable. I don't care what nobody talking about, like such as like don't let these watches, don't let these chains, don't let these glasses, don't let these Gucci and all that stuff, bro. If you see somebody with that shit, you can afford it. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I wish that I would have did from the beginning, that I learned later on and I did later on. I'm gonna sit you down and I'm gonna tell you, bro, the first thing you need to do, if your credit is fucked up, black people, I'm telling you, the first thing you need to do, go get you a Credit Karma, download that shit on your phone. Everything I'm telling you, you can do this shit on your phone. Get you a Credit Karma. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you good. Get your phones out right now. Like, don't wait till the video go off, because I'm telling you what's gonna happen is that you're gonna be like, oh, this sound good, he give me some game, and then you're gonna get, as soon as this go off, the kid's gonna distract you, you're gonna get a phone call. Get your phones out right now. Go ahead, bro.
When I first started, I used all my own money. You heard what I said. I started off with $420, and I had to chance that shit just like selling drugs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically kept flipping. It worked in my favor, but at the same time, everybody ain't the same. So what I learned later on, when I start spending money and everything, and I'm like, damn, like I'm up to 10K, and I gotta make 10K. I gotta make sure I make this 10K back. On top of making my 10K back, I gotta make sure that I'm making extra over it, like, you know what I'm saying, like to get the 20 and 30K, because I'm pricing my clothes at the same time. I'm like, damn, you know how you just start a job and you like, damn, okay, I put this hour in, I put this in, I should be making, my check should be like 1,500, like, you know what I'm saying. The first thing, I mean, what I learned, bro, is get you a Credit Karma, download that shit on your phone. If your credit is fucked up, I promise you, get you a Discover card, a secure Discover card, any of them. Take you $200 to $300. It's your own fucking money. You put that shit on that card. If you want to be in this business, with what I'm telling you to do, you put that shit on the card and put something simple like your cell phone bill, or if you getting gas, you got the money in your pocket, pay that shit off. They're gonna send you in 3 months. They're gonna send you a check of your $300 to $200 back to yourself. So you got your money back, and they're gonna start giving you a credit line. Now when you go to do your business line and everything, now you got yourself a good credit and paid on time, have 100% credit thing. And now when it's time to do it, payment history, yeah. So when you do a payment history, now everything's solid. So now when you want to go and get your inventory and everything, like I said, when I did this store, everybody like, damn, how you just pop up with this store, bro? I had a credit line, 30K. 30K. I did this shit with 30K because I did everything I was supposed to do it. So now I just paid the 30K back. And remember when I said I opened up the store 3 weeks ago. So that means I came up with 30K in 3 weeks. So now everything is profit now to myself because I paid it back to myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I paid my credit card, and now my credit line is going to go up. A lot of people, we don't learn that shit at home. Like my mom, my dad, nobody taught me about this shit like credit or anything like this. And this how these, you know, people, you know what I'm saying? We don't learn that shit, but you know what I'm saying?
Don't think we gonna say.
Yeah. It's like you get discouraged when you go to these car lots and shit and you want to get something. They be like, I mean, that shit used to hurt my soul. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you got a co-signer, they come back and you want this damn Challenger and this Hellcats and all this shit, and like, you know what I'm saying, you can't afford it. Like, you know what I'm saying, that shit motivated me. I got tired of hearing that shit. Like, when you go to these damn buy here, pay here's, and you got to get that rinky dinky ass car that you ain't want no more and shit like that. It's real shit. I'm telling you. Like, I used to be that person. Like, you know what I'm saying. I use cash. Like, fuck it, I'll drop 10K on that. But why do that when you don't? And then it looks better when you want to go buy a house and you want to do these other things that you want to do because your credit is together. So if your credit fucked up right now, get your credit together. It's not hard. I promise you, it's not hard. You just gotta be ready to take that step. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I do my inventory and shit, I'm not doing that shit out of my cash. I don't even damn near even pay shit in cash no more. Everything be on the credit cards and shit because it's like all this shit is affordable. And there's a lot of people doing that shit and y'all just don't know. And y'all be like, how this nigga can get this motherfucking chain? How this nigga, and you know, these pocket watchers and shit, and it's easy as hell. You just not learning because everybody's mindset is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you dealing with a street nigga or anything like that, they ain't gonna tell you that. They gonna think like they gonna be them hating ass niggas and be like, bro, I ain't got that. Bro, I can't afford that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they think you paying with that shit with cash. But most of them niggas paying that shit with credit cards. They just smarter with it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So first, that would be the first step.
Yeah, first step.
If the credit ain't together, get your credit together. He just told you what to do. Get on Credit Karma.
Get your credit together.
You ain't got a Credit Karma, set it up.
Second thing is, really sit down. Like, one thing I do is I always sit down and I have a big breakfast. When I want to do something big, I always have a big breakfast. Sit down and think about what you want to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make sure and it's a lot of y'all young kids that's doing this, and I'm starting to notice this. Y'all always want to tie in hustling into your clothing brand. You got to stop doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Stop doing that. It's a difference between the logo and the brand, if that makes sense to you. The logo and the brand.
He dropping them.
Your logo can go on anything, but the brand is your name. Look at everything I'm telling you. Dior, Moore, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. Everything is simple and it's plain, and it goes in black and white. Everything is boom, 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 boom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Polo. It's simple, it's plain, it's catchy. It's not strive for whatever, hustle, grind, all that shit. And there's no shade. It's just like, but if you want to grow your stuff, you always have to think outside the box. And I ain't gonna lie, the owner of Kids told me that because I was one of them people, and he like, what if one day you want to make candles? What if one day you want to, you know what I'm saying? What if one day you want to make a car or anything like that? Or like, you know what I'm saying? You got to make it more that, like, you know what I'm saying? Because eventually you're not just going to make clothes. And people ain't going to just come to you for clothes. You're going to want to start moving on to different things. So why make it so like the more clothing brand? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why do that? Because now you putting yourself in a box, and you bigger than a box as long as the name is there. So that's separating. So think of a good name or your brand. That's with anybody. Like, anything you doing with your lashes, anything, like, you know, nail tests, anything. Make sure the name can go in black and white and it stands out, that you can put it on anything. Now you have your logo, which your logos can go on different things. So if you wanted to do like money is not my logo, Future not my logo, you know what I'm saying? He's just something that's a logo on that, but I have different logos, like, you know what I'm saying? But they know what it is when they see More, because that's all these brands is doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can buy a Gucci hoodie 15 times and all this is saying, it's saying Gucci, but at the same time, it's just different fonts. It's literally just different fonts, but it just catch your eyes because you like the font that it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, clothes in here say more, but it's in different fonts and in different colors and different things. Like, but they know what it is when they see it.
Right. Man, that's hard. That was probably the hard. But I ain't never heard one of these big. And I listen to a lot of, you know what I mean? I'm in the books heavy. I ain't never heard that. Would separate your logo from your brand. That was hard, bro. What's the third step?
The third step. So we did the credit. We did the separate your logo from the brand. And then the next one I would tell you is be big. Don't be cheap when it comes to quality. They don't give a fuck what I do. I care about what's on there, but they don't care if your shit trash. The first experience is everything. If your clothes trash, if I wash this motherfucker and it starts shrieking, if the strings is coming off, people is not gonna shop with you. Don't be cheap when it comes to your quality. Your quality means everything, and that's one of the biggest things ever, because you see how these black-owned restaurants be open up, and then they be like, man, on the pictures it look good, then you get the macaroni and cheese, it's watery and shit because they be trying to cut these costs and everything. Don't be cheap when it comes to your clothes. Don't be cheap when it comes to your quality and everything, because if you got good quality, they always gonna come back no matter what. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you come back, bro. I hope you like the outfit. And I'm just saying that in general, like, you know what I'm saying? That I stand behind my quality. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you buy something from here, I hope it lasts for years. I hope you wash that bitch 15,000 times and it still say more on that motherfucker when you, you know what I'm saying? I hope that it still say more, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna make, it put a mark on you that people wants to come back and shop with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? It leaves a mark on you like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I could have did this, but bro got the same quality for half the cost. Like, you know what I'm saying? I might as well wear bro shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you stand on business about your quality, you know what I'm saying? Spend that little extra money. At the same time, just put it into your margin of what you know what I'm saying, your price point. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it costs you an extra $300 to put a damn tag on there and not get a gilding, nigga, pay that $300 extra dollars. That $3, like, you know what I'm saying? Because now you look more official when you put your tags in your clothes and stuff. It makes it more official to be like, okay, bro want $50 for this shirt. He got the tag. Damn, the quality there. I feel the print, like, damn, it's worth a $50 shirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't argue with it, because it's like, damn, like, it look like it's worth what he charging for. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to charge nobody $50 and I don't look official. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just saying small in the inside of my shirts. Like, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be what, if you put in a price on this motherfucker, it need to be what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
The value better be there.
The value better be there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the biggest thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Then, like, to get your inventory and everything, that's the credit. To make you stand on business, that's the separating the logo from the brand. And then that's the biggest one, your quality, because that's what make people shop with you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you cutting these grass and stuff, I'm pretty sure you taking your time till you ain't gonna rush it, because the more and more you show that, like, damn, he appreciate my grass just like I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? My lawn care just like I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes people want to keep calling, like, bro, I'm keeping this one. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's like with barbers, you know, barbers, if you get your beard together, you know what I'm saying? They twist your hair right. You're like, damn, why go up the street? And bro's quality is the same. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure. Bro, that's powerful, bro. I got 2 more questions for you.
Okay.
Where do you see the company at in the next 5 years, bro?
Ooh. I ain't gonna lie. This is just a stepping stone, and I feel like the job ain't done, but I really want to get, like, I can see it getting a bigger store. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it too big, but I want it to be a house. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be a one-stop shop. I actually, I didn't even bring this up in the thing, but I actually want to style people. You know what I'm saying? I want more to be like, I want to actually just style people. I just want to just chill, relax, and just, like, not sell the brand, but it's just like, I just want to enjoy life. I want to be, like, lightweight free. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to get people dressed, and I want to move how I want to move. I want to be comfortable in life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not a stress or a worry. And I just want to do what I love to do and just design all fucking day and just be left alone. You know what I'm saying? That's where I really feel like, the next time probably we'll see each other, like, you'll be interviewing me in a bigger store. I mean, if that makes to a sense, like, you know what I'm saying? That I just feel like this just a start for me, for real, to be honest. And hopefully in 5 years I'm doing something else that's bigger than this. And yeah.
That's dope. Mm-hmm. So, bro, tell me what trust, relationships, accountability, principles mean to you. Let's start with trust.
Trust, I have to trust you, first of all, to even be around me. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a quiet guy. I like to keep to myself. So it's like, if I let you around me, it's like, I trust you. I'm big on trust. And I feel like the more and more you trust somebody, the more and more you gain out of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? And knowledge you will get from a person. So that's my answer for trust. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yep. Relationships.
Relationships, with just in general, like no matter with girls, kids, everything.
Yeah, in general. In general, relationships meaning you.
Relationships. I mean, relationship. You gotta have a strong bond with people, like, you know what I'm saying. Especially with like, and that goes into trust. Like, to be around somebody, you know. Relationships mean a lot to me too. Like, you know what I'm saying. I'm being more closer to my family. I'm the quiet one, so it's like I'm starting to really. I'm not gonna really speak on that one because it's like I was one of them people that just kind of like quiet a little bit. So it's like relationship. I'm working on it. I'm working on relationship, like being better with relationships and stuff.
For sure. Hey, shit, a lot of us is, man. A lot of us is.
Yeah, I said that relationship. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah. Accountability.
Same. I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? I always think I'm a Cancer. We probably always think we right and y'all wrong. So accountability, I'm working on it too. You know what I'm saying? We only human. So, you know, everybody not perfect. But I mean, I'm better with different things than others when it comes to accountability. You know what I'm saying? When you wrong, you wrong. You right, you right. You know what I'm saying? A person can only tell you yes or no. So that's just how I feel about that one. Principles is everything. You always got to stand on what you're saying and what you're doing. So principles, I'm real strong on principles. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things like where you just gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be with it. And I don't know how to break it down with like principles, but you gotta be strong-minded with principles and just willing to. You gotta be strong-minded with principles and like I'm really strong on principles. I don't know how to break it down to you, bro. You hit me with that one, but yeah, I'm with it. I'm
That's an education.
Yeah, principles. Yeah.
That's good, bro. So again, bro, I definitely want to appreciate you, bro. Definitely for your time. Welcome us in your trap.
Thank you.
Tell the people where can they get in touch with you at, bro. Facebook, Instagram. Okay. Where the business is located at, so they can come shop. 1413 Goodyear Boulevard, Akron, Ohio. All my platforms is C.J Moore 330. You can Google me, C.J Moore 330. It'll take you to all my platforms. And yeah, I mean, we here, we live. What about the website?
Website is themoreclothing.com.
Man, again, dog, we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all on the next episode. Stay motivated, stay prayed up, and don't forget I still trap.